President-elect Joe Biden expected to make a historic appointment. Tomorrow, he plans to formally appoint his nominee for Secretary of Defense, retired four-star Army General Lloyd Austin. If confirmed, he would be the first African-American to lead the Defense Department. Austin would need a congressional waiver to serve as Defense Secretary because he retired less than 7 years ago. Austin also has ties to Georgia, growing up in Thomasville in South Georgia. The school district reports he was a multi-sport star and is a very proud alum.